Man, see where the people at. What's good? What's good? Shit. I'm not fucking slow. Fuck with this man a little bit. Blah blah blah. No.
All right, there we go. What's happening?
What's good? What's good?
Not much. Can you hear this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You hear that? All right. I want to try these sound effects. Maybe they can hear it too.
All right.
Hopefully
Yeah,
that
I
works. Good.
yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
Nice,
All right.
nice. Yeah, you know, just living life. You know what I'm saying? Check out this Flyers hoodie. This shit's called Basquiat. This shit's pretty cool.
How
It
much?
was
How much
dig.
was it? No, I gotta ask the typical nigga question.
Nah, it wasn't. I got it from Target, so it didn't. I don't think it cost me more than $25.
Tajay.
Yeah, I don't call it Target.
Uh,
Call it. All right, we on the right channel and everything.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tweet
Hey,
the
make
link.
sure
Oh, yeah, there it is. I see us.
it is.
Yep, we on there. Just want to make sure. Tweet out the link. Mm. All right, so I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, yeah.
You ready?
So let's hit it off. Hit it off. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, here we are. Welcome back. Another episode, Ghetto Correspondent News Network. It's your boy Aunt Dammit.
Bring you diamonds. You see the block on the bottom of the screen and shit.
Yeah. So, welcome back. You know, we weren't here last week. I had responsibilities as an adult that I must oblige every now and then. So here we are. We're back another week, giving you our ghetto hot takes on everything from pop culture to shit that's in between. I guess everyday politics, all that other fly shit. Where you want to start at? Did you see the Wendy Williams doc?
Nah, man. I was like, you know what I mean? I was smacked last night. I forgot all about that shit. But I remember those rumors though, and I was like, that she fucked Method Man.
Yeah, the rumor that wasn't even in the movie. What was in there?
They had Eric B in there.
Yeah, that was in there. That whole
I heard about
relationship.
that.
Yeah, she made Eric B look like shit.
No,
Try
man, hit
to
that like button and watch it. So she made Eric B look like shit. So Eric B is now embarrassed. So everybody, the whole world has to know that he hit that raw dog.
right. But see, the problem is, and I said this to some girl on my timeline the other day. I was like, if you're of a certain age, or if you're not even from New York City, you don't even understand who Wendy Williams was. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, she wasn't. I mean, she was always outspoken, and some would say obnoxious, but I don't think that she was a bad looking woman.
So you from Newark though, right? You from the same city as Wendy
Yeah.
though.
No. She's from Asbury Park, so that's further
Oh,
down.
shit, okay. I thought Wendy's
Down.
from Newark.
Now Whitney Houston is from Newark. Lauren Hill,
Okay.
um, Queen Latifah. We got
Uh,
some strong women that
and
came out
now
of
she's
Newark.
the fucking equalizer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
was
that's what I
a
was. I told the girl, and turns out the girl was from. She was from Texas, and she was born in like '92. So I was like, yeah, you have no idea who Wendy Williams is, like, and motherfuckers back in the day, like Wendy, like niggas was hitting Wendy, and some of y'all like act surprised, like y'all ain't see some of these other niggas' baby moms out here, like
uh,
niggas
look,
basically
man.
hit anything.
Yeah, this week taught you a lot about sex and drugs go hand in hand, man.
Oh yeah,
A lot of coke was spread out on the table, and anything can happen.
and
But I'm
shout
not
out to
surprised.
Lifetime, huh? You're
I'm
not
not
surprised? Yeah,
surprised.
me either.
I mean, a lot of niggas been hit. Everybody got some skeletons. Everybody hit somebody back in the day. You'd be like, damn, that was kind of rough. You wouldn't want to tell nobody, like,
Yeah,
damn,
exactly.
she was
You don't
cool.
want people to know where you
Yeah,
done
she was
dipped
lit.
and dived before.
You know,
So
now Wendy got the mammy titties, and it just don't look
yeah,
good, man.
not her body just doesn't look. She's shaped like a capital P. Like she just doesn't look right. And part of that is because if I hope I ain't spoiling it for anybody, but you guys can go and watch it on Lifetime. That her family like picked on her for being like a thicker girl when she was younger. They was calling her fat
Yeah,
on the
back then
damn tuna
it
fish and
wasn't a movie.
mustard salad. Yeah, it's like, but she, like I said, she wasn't bad. The same thing with like Lil Kim. Lil Kim was fucking bad. And then, they got the little bingo chart of Little Kim where it's like, basically pick out your favorite Jordans and shit. And there you see fucking Lil Kim. And most motherfuckers that say, like, I think 2013, maybe Kim was the baddest. I don't know. I liked it before all of the chopping and screwing. But point blank period, another beautiful woman that chopped up her body. Speaking of sneakers, check this shit out.
No, what you got?
Look at these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Now, Starfish fours. Fours are my favorite J's, right? These are a woman's shoe. Fucking badass. But I love these shits. I was like, fuck that, I'm getting them.
You still got
Hell yeah, and I'm gonna wear them.
it.
But because I see, the thing is, I knew they were a woman's shoe going into it, but I was like, I love the color way so much that I was like, no way am I going to pass up those. I just bought them in big girl shoes foot. But anyway, Wendy is a staple, and people just need to put more respect. And motherfuckers think I was like caping for her, but I'm like, y'all don't understand like the royalty that she is.
You was on Twitter or something?
Yeah, I was on Twitter. I was just having real life conversations
Oh,
too.
okay, okay. See, I got a thing with Lifetime movies. To me, is like sci-fi movies. Like them shit's just like
Them
really
shits
bad
hilarious.
or just tolerable at least. And I'm
This is
like, bro,
all horrible.
yeah. People was mad at me for about the salt and pepper. I was like, yo, this is not a movie review. I didn't watch the whole movie. I see 40 minutes and it was trash. Like Lifetime
I,
movies.
I I have no aspiration to watch that Salt and Pepper doc,
Nah.
biopic, whatever you want to call it. Even though Lifetime, they're the kings and queens of adding cheese whiz to the fucking, like, the first 30 minutes of Wendy's biopic or whatever was like literally her first 30 years. And there was more cocaine in that than I think I saw in fucking Blow.
A lot of damn
Like,
coke, a lot of booger sugar. You
yeah,
know that's what Wendy did.
talking,
Did they show the infamous scene when she fell out in that fake ass faint when she was
yeah. That's another thing they added sauce to. Like, we all saw it, and she basically, the woman that was playing her, uh, did way more than she actually did. Like, she didn't throw her hands up and do all of this weird shit. She like
I could
literally
have swore
stood
Wendy
there.
did all that weird shit, bro. Wendy was nigga.
Nah,
That was acting. You know how I know that was acting? Because as soon as Wendy did that, she started getting fucking she started producing movies and shit. She kind of sneaking her way into the movie business.
this is possible, but on the show, the way that she describes it, it was like there wasn't her trying to put on for anybody. It was literally like, yo, like, I was fucked up, and it goes into like she dragged her husband through the mud, she dragged the side chick through the mud, Eric B. There was a bunch of people she just, and it's not
Charlamagne
like,
movie?
yeah, for like a split second, the dude they got
Oh,
playing
Charlamagne.
Charlemagne is hilarious. Oh my god! Like, Lifetime movies are good because they stick to what their shtick is. Like, they're known for being cheesy and fucking extra. Like, it's extra. Like, it's a
It's like
lot of extra.
sci-fi. It's like watching King Octopus versus Mega Shark or some stupid shit. It's just what
Damn.
I mean. It's bad. Like, I remember the Michelle A movie. They had some random nigga they picked off the street, put a wig on him, and had him play Easy.
Yeah,
And thought we
I
would
didn't.
lose.
Michelle A is another one of those documents because they're like they have a whole list of these shits that they're doing, and it's like
Uh,
not all of them look good. Like some of them look good, like the ones where it's like ripped from the headline, so it's actually a true story. Like those type of shits I'm into. But like when it comes to artists and celebrities, there's only certain artists and celebrities who I would love to see a biopic from, and like
yeah,
Wendy Williams because of her story. And like I said, like anybody in media, like whether you're young or old, like you should know about her and what she contribute to media. Like, you know, she kicked down a lot of doors. Same thing with like Star and, you know, the Charlemagnes and all of these people who kind have built a name for themselves for being whatever some people want to call it, you know, but
gossip queens and kings and shit.
right, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, they've built a name and a reputation to where as though you see people trying to emulate them. And it's
Uh,
kind of crazy. And
now
that should
back up,
let you know.
and Method Man knows because like I remember when she was on radio, Method Man came up there one day, and you know Meth is usually cool, chill. He'd be high. Meth is real chill. He didn't want to be up there that day. He had an
Oh,
attitude,
yeah.
and she asked about his wife who had cancer, was battling cancer at the time. Meth cussed her out and walked the fuck off the set. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like Meth is. I never seen Meth have an attitude with somebody even before she asked that question. So the energy
Mm.
was already kind of like, I don't really fuck with you like that. And then you hear these rumors years later that, you know, she verified this shit.
That she slept with meth.
Yeah,
Well, that was in it was in a interview she did. I guess that's in her book. That's not in the movie though.
in a
They
movie, but it's in the book. But yeah, all these years
yeah.
later, you know, yeah, it's just like, damn, maybe it was some shit because Meth wasn't fucking with her like that, like at all. Like it was real. If
Nope.
you ever heard that clip, you probably on YouTube.
Oh yeah. You can find all that shit. But you know, she was like the gossip queen and she told everybody's
Mm.
business. And that's why a lot of people didn't like her. And the dude they had playing her husband, this motherfucker, I was like, they need to give me,
Yeah.
yeah, they give me a then my head shot into Lifetime because they just hire anybody. This motherfucker, he was another one that was extra. Like, and I don't know if it was just necessarily the actor or the actual production of it, but it was all extra. Like, I don't know. You
Yeah,
got
I
to
already
see it
know.
to.
Yeah, they movies. I already know to get up with their movies, man. That's why I didn't. I forgot it was on. I forgot it was on. Not because I already know Lifetime movies. I fuck with Spielberg and Scorsese, and I fuck with the. I'm bougie when it come to movies.
I'm not
Unless it's some
like
good shit.
I like that real raw shit. Like I want the give me the grimy, ugly, gritty, whatever it is,
Give
and I'm
me
here for it.
Goodfellas or State Property. The quality of that. Either give me some epic or give me some hood shit. That
Yo,
Lifetime shit is.
there's a dude on YouTube. I don't know if you're privy to him or whatever, but he does basically like breakdowns of hood movies. His name is Prim's Hood Cinema. He's from DC. I subscribe to the motherfuckers. The shit is funny. The nigga, I think he did Baby Boy. Yeah, he basically did all of them. But the way that he breaks them down is like you'll be sitting there laughing your ass off. Like there's no fucking way to. And he exposed a lot of shit in some of these movies
You
to it, so you
serious?
don't even. Yeah, the shit,
I
but it's
bet you he don't.
hilarious.
I bet he ain't talking about Sunset Park on there.
I don't know.
I
I
know
don't know if
some
he did that or not.
New Jersey Drive, like some real fucking hood classics.
Nah, I don't think he has yet, but he did Paid in Full, you know what I'm saying? And he
Okay, yeah,
and
paid in full.
the funny part is right, so in Paid in Full, he starts off like I guess he literally goes through it as he's going through it. It's the way he does it because by the end of it, he realized that it was based on a true story. It's like, oh, this is some actual real niggas that did that. And his voice is just like nonchalant. Like you would think he sounds like he doesn't care, but he kind of does care. It's fucking hilarious. But this motherfucker, he be doing all of the hood movies. And yeah, he did State Property, you know, it was like this motherfucker is so gangster. Like everybody he just points out the acting and shit. But you know, that's
Hit
a
that
whole
thumbs
nother
up
thing.
button.
Word up. Hit that thumbs up. Um, where else am I going with this? It was something else that happened. Oh, what's up, man? My young buck. What the fuck's going on, man?
Oh, my buck. He got caught again.
Listen, you First of all, I sent that video to you, or the IG picture or whatever, with him on uh online stunting basically, and then here we are, and you
Like,
sent me a
hold on, go
video.
back to that picture of him online stunting, holding up this big wad of cash, and the nigga, the coward, blocked his comments so nobody could check him on that shit. Cause remember, he was crying,
Yeah,
he was broke. He was
yeah.
crying, telling niggas he want a buck for buck. He ain't got no money.
That's why I sent it to you, because I was like, every couple weeks I'm like, come on, you gotta be kidding me, Buck. Like, here you are popping up. I know he ain't delete the shit.
You can't even defend him no more. Johnny Cochran couldn't defend this nigga if he wanted to. But this
Nah.
nigga just keep burying. You give a nigga enough rope, they'll hang himself. He's living proof. Now,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
now he done got it caught again with another tranny.
Yo, he took the
So
damn
that's what
picture
I was
down.
doing. He took the picture
This
down.
punk motherfucker, the picture that I sent you with him and the money,
Oh,
remember?
well, of course he had to take that picture down, man, because nigga was crying. He was broke a couple months back. He can't have that up there. He gotta keep. He
That's
gotta
a damn
let the
shame.
fans. He gotta let you niggas think he broke still, and cry out on DJ Vlad for 3 hours.
That
Uh,
was the other thing too. So he did the Vlad video. Like, Buck, check the temperature of the room. Like, who the fuck? Nobody's doing Vlad anymore. Like, at least they shouldn't be. I mean, I heard Lil Boosie's over there. I don't know. I stopped following him, so I don't see
Them
him
niggas
on my
can't roll. Lil
timeline.
Boosie be on there every other week.
Yeah, well, because he ain't got Lord Jamar anymore, so he got to, now you got to
What's
double
that
down
other
on the
old
Boosie.
face looking nigga? Broski 100 or something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, that.
Yeah, that nigga like Hell Rel reincarnated. Like him, that nigga be on that every other week. Him, Boosie. I'm like, hey, Vlad say you don't pay these niggas. I'm like, they always up there.
Yeah, I can't tell. Like, they got to, there has to be something going on, because ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me that you're gonna stay on Vlad. And like I said, you know, this is the problem that we all have, because we could be like, yo, something is not good for our community, and then there's some people that's like, well, I don't give a fuck.
They
Like,
gotta
I'm
get
gonna
that
be here,
exposure. I mean,
right? But
Buck thought that was good for him, and it really wasn't. Like,
nah,
it's stuff
because
like that, bro.
right, I think what happened was Vlad asked Buck about something about the whole transgender thing, and Buck
Mm.
said something to the extent of, "I ain't with that gay shit." I don't know, because I ain't watched the Vlad video, but this is what I'm hearing about, because the person that exposed him now, and before he said that he was catfished or whatever, and it's like,
That's what he
I
said in
don't
the
know.
Vlad interview. I watched that clip. And he was like, man, it was
Oh, you
basically
be
some.
watching Vlad too?
I watched that clip. I didn't go lie. I put a disclaimer out. I said, yeah, I did. I couldn't. I had to watch that one. I said, this
Oh
nigga said
man,
it looked like a whole. It looked like First 48. You know what I mean? He chopped it up in like 35 pieces. I
god
didn't sit there
damn.
and watch the whole 3 hour interview, but I mean, he
So it was
was
a 3 hour.
basically he sat there for 3 hours and he drilled this man. Pause, but I'm about to say he drilled this man for 3 hours. He grilled this nigga, and Buck just fessed
Wow.
up and said whatever he wanted to say to fit his agenda. But he was like, "Yeah, I was catfish. I didn't know." But you see that video where he walks in the hotel room, he just throws his keys on the bed like he was at home.
Like, he been there before.
Yeah, or he know who that is. But he was telling Vlad he was catfish. But he was telling people for the last couple of years that wasn't even him. So that's how
So
he
that's
caught
what I'm
himself up.
saying. Right. And so then this comes out with another motherfucker being like, yo, like, Buck, this is what, and then that video you sent me, I fucking couldn't stop laughing. Like,
It's like most niggas just keep fucking. Like I said, you give him enough rope, he hang himself. He can't help it. He sat there with
right.
that face. It was like, oh, I was catfish, but and then this shit happened, right? Somebody said he got
Right.
caught.
Yeah. Somebody basically exposed him, saying that it was D or whatever. But listen, I don't know. I'm over Young Buck, man. I'm kind of mad, because I'm like, like, this is
I'm
supposed
not
to
laughing
be.
at his downfall. It's just because it's just funny how he just keep lying and
Is it really a downfall? Is
lying.
he really down though?
What do you
That's what
mean?
I don't like. Is he really down? Like, it doesn't seem like he's down and out, because the motherfucker's still out here. I don't know where he got the bag of money from, but he's still getting money. He out here doing
Probably the damn
interviews.
donations these fans giving him buck for buck. They say him and Lil
Are
Nas X is
people
supposed to do something. Yeah,
say
hit the
what?
soundbite on that. I heard him and Lil Nas. That's what the rumor is. that him and Lil
Yikes.
Nas X is supposed to have a collaboration. I don't think
Yikes.
it'll fit Lil Nas X. Like I say, I don't know how that helps him. I mean, that helps Bug because that kid's popular right now. I don't know
Right.
how
But
that
what the fuck are
helps.
they gonna are they doing the Old Town Road remix or something?
I guess the Old Town Road, the Cashville remix.
Right.
He's on
Tennessee.
horses with the videos and shit.
What the
Bug
fuck,
got to do
Buck?
something, man.
Buck gotta stop. You gotta sit down, take your ass to rehab, nigga. Like people need to detox their bodies. That's what it is. Like, you know how you could be out in
Probably
the
smelled
streets
all
and
that money away. That's why he deleted that picture.
listen, Buck needs to freaking relax, man. I'm mad. I can't even play Welcome to Cashville. I
And
refuse
it's crazy.
to.
I was bumping that one day a few weeks ago. And I had to block my mind out of all this shit. I was like, this is
This is a dope album,
bad.
man. Like that's what I'm like conflicted on. Cause I'm like, yo, you talking all this hard, and you know what? Whatever his allegations is, probably doesn't take away from the fact that he probably still be a killer if it happened.
Oh
But
yeah, it's some gangster prison niggas, man. That's shit, these niggas will shank you and fucking do some sick shit the next day. Like a lot of these motherfuckers crazy. Peace and
I guess you do
prosperity.
have to
Oh man,
be,
peace to you too, bro.
huh?
Nah, I was saying peace to somebody.
Oh,
Dead, man.
peace,
But yeah,
peace.
man. I don't question the man's gangster at all. I just I mean, it's like the Rick Ross shit. How many times did Rick Ross lie until he finally admitted, okay, yeah, I was the CEO? It's like, bro, you should have said it from the jump.
Right. And
Like,
nobody see that's the other thing too. Nobody was gonna at least how I look at it, nobody no real motherfucker that was in the street is gonna knock you for actually having a job and didn't have it. Like cause you could be a CEO and probably still do your little dirt on the side. Like nobody would have questioned that, but
yeah,
you
I don't think he
trying
was
to
doing
hide.
that, but yeah, I think he was just
Nah, no,
working as a
but you could have
CEO. Yeah,
but you see what I'm saying? You could have played
yeah,
into
I
it. If
get
they're
what
gonna
you're
lie
saying.
about something, go all the way
He
with it.
tried to tweak it like that and make it seem like he was getting shit off in the joint. I was like, nah, William,
They
you had a
call that nigga
job, nigga.
William.
You worked 13 days out the month. I know the drill.
The nigga don't respect you. He call you by your first name.
William
Treat you
Roberts, man.
treat you like your mother. Like, come here, William.
William,
But
man.
he out here doing good, you know. So I guess, but
Hmm.
see, that's what I'm saying. People overlook that part because that didn't really matter. Like people overlook certain shit, and then you know, shit do kind of pop up, which we might want to go into this next topic about fucking Ti and Tiny. Now, this is a segment you want to do where you said, what is it, buy or sell? You want to
Yeah,
break that
buy or
down for the
sell,
people
like,
real quick?
because technically it was allegations, so this is kind of like a rumor. Buy or sell, meaning like, okay, do you buy it? Is it true, or you selling it that this is bullshit? With me, for this case, like I said, I'll let you run it down, but for this case, I buy half of it and I sell the other. The other part I'm selling off. Like I, I don't think everyone's 100% innocent in this case. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So for those of y'all who don't know, so what we're talking about is the Ti and Tiny sescapade allegations. Was it the friend that leaked it? The information?
Sabrina Peterson.
I
Sabrina
couldn't watch the damn
Peterson.
video because her country ass was talking all fast. I was like,
Oh, you
can
talking
somebody
about the
put some
Chicana girl?
yeah, whoever.
That's a Teflon Ti. Chicana girl. That's the girl I used to hang out with. That's Tiny's friend. But the Sabrina Peterson girl is this chick that used to be around Ti and Tiny, and apparently Ti pulled a gun out on this girl
Oh,
last week. So
so
that's how shit started, really.
okay, so here we are,
Yeah,
and now the allegations came out that they, were drugging young women and having threesomes, swingers, whatever the fuck you want to call it, with them. The reason I would say, I guess buying and selling half and half, because this isn't the first time that somebody, you know, put out some allegations against Ti and Tiny. They were saying that how there was some woman who was going around trying to vet women to basically sleep with them, and one girl in the DMs was basically saying, "No, that did not." Or no, I'm not going to do this because I don't trust them. I've heard about them. They do this, they do that, blah blah blah, whatever. Somehow they miraculously disappeared, and the next thing that happens is, here it is. I don't know if it's months later or years later, but somebody is saying that they actually drugged someone. So I'm trying to figure out what's really true, because T.I. didn't say anything, which was funny because after the fact, T.I. Sharpton usually is on the scene 30 seconds after the fucking tea has been spilled.
It's tea time.
Okay,
He
and
waited 2 days, and he looked mighty nervous in that 8-minute
this is what I'm
video.
saying.
He didn't. He looked like, cause he know, and mind you, it's T.I. didn't pay his Illuminati.
That's a fact.
Mind you, like, he kept saying, and people was laughing when he said, "My beautiful wife," and I'm like, okay, I get what y'all mean. Like, she's not the beauty. He's trying to save face because he knows this is some deep shit, and she's not built for this prison life. If something goes down, he's trying to save her. I'm like, yo, Tate, me, you know, he used to this shit. He done been in prison plenty of times. She ain't really about this, but
those ain't my allegations, officer.
Yeah, but they definitely known freaks. Now I thought people knew this, but and the fact that they gave them a Huxtable type show, and you see the Bill Cosby type of connection there. They were like the ghetto Huxtables, the Grand Hustle family show. Yeah, the
But
fact
they got mad kids and shit, so it's like,
the fact that everyone kind of already knew they was freaks, and then they put them on TV and put them up there like they some role model family. It's kind of wild, but the drugs part, I believe, because they done got caught, and I posted it in my video. You could Google how many times they done been caught, mugshots and all. They've been caught with cocaine possession, meth. Back in LA, they got caught with X, Molly, and these are the same drugs every girl keeps bringing up.
I mean, I'm gonna kind of shoot him some bell. Black people getting caught with meth, that just means they got bad Molly, because that's basically what shitty Molly turns out, or when they test it, it turns out to methamphetamine.
Every girl said the same shit. As soon as you get to the door, you get naked, you give up your phone, and you drink Molly water, or you got to snort a line. And if you don't take time, you're gonna get an attitude. This is what the girls are saying.
But so this is what I'm saying. So if you know that you're going to a freak party, right, and I don't want to, make it seem like what they're doing is right, because I don't know what's going on. But if you're going to a known freak party, 9 times out of 10, you already know what is expected of you. Like, if you know what I'm saying, and it sucks because there are girls that are claiming some real crazy shit here. But my thing to them,
They're claiming that herpes has been spread. Shit. I've read about maybe 20 of these on that story, bro. And about 5 or 6 of them was like, I got an incurable STD, herpes. And I was like, yo, you know what I mean? They just kept saying the same shit. And it's like, okay, 50 women have come ahead so far. I don't normally jump the gun at these type of Me Too allegations, but damn, all 50 of them lying, nigga. Come on now. Like, we know the drugs is there, and we know the sex. We already know they y'all freaks. So that part, I don't believe in the rape stuff. And
that's the part where I'm like, I don't know, but I don't want to sound like that guy and be like, well, if you go in there to hang out with T.I. and Tiny, what did you think you were going to do? Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of these women knew what they were getting themselves into. Now, were they forced drugs, or did they take too much and not, or has it been, allegedly that they were exposed to the herpes that now they're fucking pissed off? Because that could be what has done it.
Well, the thing about law is, according to law, they call it the law.
The law. You Negroes.
No one can actually have consent if they're under the influence of drugs. That's how it goes.
But what if you get consent before you got there?
Yeah. See, the street way, the way we think is, no, you know what the deal is. You go in there, you already know what.
No, don't say we. I don't know nothing. You say you know what the deal.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You already know what kind of shit you getting into. You know what drugs is doing this. But by law, no one can get sexual consent, under the influence of drugs. That's the problem that this shit lies. Like, that's the part that they could get in some real shit for. I'm surprised they got away with this and did this as public figures for how many years? Almost 20 years.
Yeah, close to that.
This story, they got girls that got stories that go back since 2005, like All-Star Weekend. Like, this shit, how did they even, you got to be pretty bold to sleep with this many women in general, bro. Any nigga that ever slept with this many women. Look at that happen. Will Chamberlain, 100 women
Yeah.
died early. Magic, 6 women a night. You know what happened to
6
him?
women a night. God
That's
damn.
it. He should knock them down six at a time.
That's gotta
And
hurt after a while, man. Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry. Like, you fucking that much in one night,
it's a
every
lot of
night?
women.
Like,
As I
nigga, I
say,
know
T.I.
his
was like nigga 50 women. How many we y'all is knocking these
pause,
bitches
but the
down a
nigga dick
day?
had to be fucking raw from the amount of fucking he was doing. Your
That's a
body
lot of
cannot handle that
friction.
much friction.
Pardon my
God
French for the ladies
damn.
that's in the chat, but damn, that's a lot,
Yeah,
bro. Like, goddamn.
my bad. But yeah,
Yeah, the
that's what I'm
nigga,
saying.
that nigga
Like,
made lying on T.I. I believe he's an anger problem. He's quick off the fly. Oh, as far as him pulling the gun out on Shorty,
what the
yeah,
first of all, T.I. know damn well he ain't supposed to be near no goddamn guns. Those
that
is
brought
not
that
my
scene.
guns, officer.
Yeah, that he looked mighty nervous in that video, man, because he know the shit hit. He shouldn't have said nothing. I bet his attorneys told him not to, but the nigga just couldn't help himself. Everyone calling him T.I. Epstein and what they call it, tiny, tiny Islam /girl.
That's
I'm not
fucked up.
wishing no bad, but I mean, when there's smoke, there's fire, dog. This ain't come out of. I think it's a political struggle now. If you go deep,
Really?
when that Sabrina girl made this original post, she tagged Keisha Lance Bottoms, the mayor from Atlanta, and we talking about how they put a lot of these black mayors in position to
The
cover up a
leader
lot
of
of bullshit.
Wakanda?
Yeah, but she is attached to the rappers. Like she fuck with Killer Mike, she fuck with T.I. A lot of these other black men don't really fuck with hip hop, but I guess you can't
Mm,
deny hip hop's impact on Atlanta. So
right.
we joke about T.I. and call him T.I. Sharpton, but Rock Nation and these people, they really trying to push him to be this political, you know, he wants to run for mayor one day. I'm like, huh? But he's attached to Keisha Lance Bottoms. But right now, the woman that she's running up against, Felicia Moore, they going up against each other for mayor of Atlanta. And the Sabrina Peterson girl is in support of this Felicia Moore lady. So this shit looks like
Mm.
political shit, like some politics shit. All of a sudden, all this shit is coming out of
It's coming
nowhere.
together now.
Yeah, all this shit's coming out of nowhere, and it's just girls is just coming out left and right, left and right. And the Sabrina girl is behind it. But like I say, Keisha Lance Bottoms, remember she tags her at the end of her little,
Right.
paragraph essay or whatever the fuck it was. So this might be politically driven, man.
Yeah. They call that
Yeah,
altered mental status, and consent cannot be obtained if a person isn't reasonably aware and oriented
yeah.
or
If the person's unconscious, they can give consent. That's how it is in law. Yeah, you under. That's all they gotta say is, "Oh, I had a roofie in my drink, or I had my
shit. I wonder if
hookah."
I can say that about some of the women that I slept with that I don't want to claim. Like, and I'd be
Nah,
like,
double
was,
standards.
I was
But
not
that's how it is. Like
reasonably
I said, in the
aware.
street, we think different. Like, bitch, you know what you were doing in there. You knew it was gonna be drugs and this and that. But by
Right.
law, that's how it goes. That's why I say somebody's gonna do some time for this. Like,
Right. Well,
I
that's
don't.
what I'm saying. Because how are we blaming this completely on Ti and or Tiny by themselves? Are these separate incidents? Are they just saying, all right, this motherfucker is too aggressive with women? Like
Oh yeah,
the
these are
sex
definitely. You're
the
not fucking
sex
50
parties
women
are
at
fine,
one
but
time.
is the fact that
These are
he's
definitely separate instances.
okay. So that's where I guess the conversation is for me, because I I look at it and I'm like, I don't see them just grabbing up women being like, yo, you gonna fucking do X, Y, and Z for the night.
No, no. The way it happens and the way it is like this. Like it's not like they by force. What it is okay. Tia and Tiny go somewhere. Let's say it's All Star Weekend. They'll have girls in VIP at the club. They'll pick out who they want to come to the VIP. And at the end of the night, they'll saddle up maybe 5 or 6 of them and be like, yo, y'all want to come back to the room? We got the room with the rich or whatever. We going, they already know what it is.
Hmm.
And that's how they recruit these tiny recruit them, they say. And that's how it gets down. It's like they're not forcing these girls to do it. So everything is
That's
consensual.
what I'm saying.
And that's what he
Ti
admits.
famous song with Young Dro. My girl got a girlfriend. Niggas was in there bopping to that shit. My girl got a girl.
Yeah.
Nigga
Get
was
loose.
serious.
Remember that? T.I. and Nelly. T.I. is telling you on his music how he lives. Like, this is what he does. This nigga's living his wife for how many? But I'm
Yeah.
just surprised they got away with this for so long. Like, not the rape and stuff, all that, but just how this all these years y'all did this and nothing ever came out.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He
That's
messed with me and Trump when Trump first became president. Oh shit.
yeah. He did say something about Trump's wife, but do they really care about Trump and his wife? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be, looking into
He
this
did
all
use that
wrong,
to
but
promote the album The Dom Trap. He tried to use this
right.
whole anti-Trump campaign. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Flopped,
Yeah.
but
Listen.
yeah.
All right. So before we get out of here, I want to, I guess have an open discussion, especially with the audience. This is another segment I want to try, but just a open forum debate style, not even debate style, but just basically people's opinions. We're kind of, I don't want to say we're kind of late because the topic came and went, but the actual situation is real, a real thing that I want to focus on. But the incident with what's Danny Lay is the girl where she had the red bone song or whatever, light skin, whatever, and they were saying that it was colorist or whatever because she was basically, I guess, shading black women and, but Redbone is just a light skinned black woman from what I thought. And then turns out, that the girl isn't actually black. So that's kind of, I guess, where everybody's
Oh,
upset about. Right. But the real conversation that I want to have is, are light skinned people able to celebrate themselves, or is it just the dark skinned people who should be celebrated? Because the first thing that I gathered from this, and this was before everybody called out them being called out the girl being not black or whatever, right? But this was before that, basically saying that Danny Lay is the baby's girlfriend, and the baby left his baby mama to be with this woman. It's a lot of babies in the situation, so everybody drew that conclusion. But I just drew the conclusion of, all right, so we got like what, Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce, and everybody was singing that one. And you have India.Arie, Brown Skin. There are tons of songs where we're supporting the darker melanated person, but it seems when it comes to light skinned people, they're only allowed to get these jokes. So
oh yeah.
that's the real question. Are light skinned people allowed to be celebrated, or are they only here for jokes?
Technically, y'all celebrated already. So I guess a lot of that stuff you saying about brown skin, dark skin, that's to uplift brown skin and dark skin people who feel insecure about their complexion to begin with. A lot of these people are insecure because of like society and social engineering. They you're programmed to think yes you're supposed to be lesser than if you're darker than somebody. That's how it's always been. That's how it's been since we've been here. So they're gonna make anthems to make um, people feel good about themselves who've been programmed to think they're supposed to be ugly. Because if you purple
Right,
black, you can't feel good about yourself. You black as fuck. You know what I mean? Or I'll slap the
right.
black off your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's why you don't have light
Slap
skinned
the black
anthems.
off your ass. That is fucking hilarious. I
Yeah.
forgot about that saying.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's insane.
Light
What do you
skinned
say?
person
As a
can't
light
nothing
skin,
celebrate.
I guess I could see that. Listen, I guess when I, like me coming up and like how I responded to a lot of things, I never looked at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I never looked at color as being something. And then, to be honest, because I guess I've never been picked on for my complexion. I might have been picked on for other things, but so I guess I never felt that. But there are women that have felt these things. There are men that have felt these things too. So when we have the whole, brown skinned people celebration, there's like white people or light skinned people. Like, we're all black at the end of the day. So I feel like we should
Mhm.
all just be, able to celebrate
It
one
is.
another.
That's just we've been divided by complexion because of some of the white supremacy. You've been divided by complexion. I even take it a step further. I think, but in the broader masses, I want to be careful how I word this. I think uh, brown and darker skinned people, the way they look at race is a little differently than us because they I don't know. Like I say, the insecurity and all that is there. And like I said, you got to watch that movie One Night in Miami. There's a scene where Jim Brown is talking to
I got it. I do got to watch that.
yeah, and he's talking to Malcolm X, who's light skinned. He's like, damn, it's like y'all got to fight your own people, and you got to go up against these white people out here. It's like you got double fights when you light skin. You got to fight your own people and their own insecurities. They looking at you. It ain't your fault. You lighter than them. But a lot of
Right.
people be insecure. Like the light skinned girls always be going through the most shit. They get the most
Right.
hell. You
But
know what
this
I
is
mean?
what I want to get to the comments in a second. But this is what I was saying in reference to like the Little Kims and Wendy Williams of yesteryear, when they were actually like somebody thought that they were fine, but they didn't think within themselves that they were fine. And then this is another one of those situations where it's like, um, stay out of women's business unless you're defending women. Like I don't like that. Like we should be able to comment all the way around the board. Like if I think that you're beautiful, I should be able to say I think you're beautiful, and you don't need to chop and screw your body. But it's your body, so you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. It's just, you know, you can't get mad when people have an opinion about you changing. I mean, you can, but all right. So what are the people saying? As a light skin, oh, we left off on that one.
Is it okay to date outside your tribe? Is it a deep
What
issue?
is I tried? Yeah,
It's
I
okay, but
mean,
I mean, interracial dating doesn't push race barriers. White people and black people have been fucking for decades, centuries. It
right.
has not made us closer. It has not ended racism or anything. I mean, at
I
this
don't
point, it's like,
listen.
what's y'all motherfuckers gonna do?
I've dibbled and dabbled in like, tons of different races of women. So I don't necessarily see anything wrong, huh?
Niggas, you said tons?
Did I say tons? Not tons,
Yeah,
but
you said tons of different races. Like, damn.
I ain't no Wilt Chamberlain. I ain't
Must
do
be Asha.
6 and 9. Nah, no, sir. But I've had my fair share of different races of women. So there's that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I could be wrong. Only thing I find wrong is I guess when it's like you have to downplay the other race, whoever it may be, to make yourself feel better about dating somebody. That goes on both sides too. White people down in other white people, even though motherfuckers don't care about how white people feel. Like
Okay,
that's still kind of fucked up in a sense. Like don't
yeah.
talk about your mom having a flat ass and you only want to date black women because of having black asses. Like that just sounds too fetishy for me. So, on both sides.
A lot of them are like that. A lot of them can date, and that don't mean necessarily that they not racist. Like, did you hear about the NFL player who beat up his girlfriend, white guy,
Yeah.
white
And that was
NFL
some
player
sick
dating a
shit.
black woman, and
That
he
nigga
beat the
said
shit out of her.
he wanted her to bow to him, right? Like
Yeah, and I'm like,
bow.
damn, you want her to
Nah,
bow
man.
down to her, like on some plantation days shit. I don't know. I looked at the race correlation with that, and I just that's what I see. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But
That
that
was
don't
wild right
mean
there.
yeah, that don't mean he fuck with black people just because he got a black woman. So you can't just assume just because somebody is with someone of another race that that means they're just equally they're equal people and they don't have prejudice of their own. That don't mean shit. Like hell, some of the leaders of the black women that was married to some of the people out there in the Proud Boys that was out there
Yeah.
raiding DC.
But you know what I
So
like about that outcome of that is all of the motherfuckers that's Proud Boys and people that was part of that Capitol, all their family members are turning on them. Ex-wives, kids, ex-husbands, like
yeah, that
co-workers,
whole
they're
shit
all
went
just turning
down like
all the
the
motherfuckers in.
CB4 was the shit that Nino Brown and them crew was CB.
Oh, Cash Money Brothers, CMB.
Yeah, those niggas is going down like that. Like Nino Brown, I'm
We
taking
all we
everybody
got.
with me.
Yep, I'm taking everybody down with me. I don't care about none of y'all niggas.
I took all them niggas there. I said, damn, Trump whole corporation fell apart. Shit.
Yep. Yep. And that's what um that's what happens. Bipolar ain't got shit to do with shit, motherfucker. Take your meds if that's how you feel. Don't be fucking beating on women because they don't want to
Oh yeah,
try
he's
to
trying to
like
say he's got mental, and the
right.
media is trying to use it mental health. They didn't use that for any other black football players. When they had Kareem Hunt kicking that white girl on camera, that was it. He lost his job,
That was the
and
last we
he was a
heard of him.
monster. Yeah, they call them monsters, heathens, hooligans, all that kind of shit. Hooligans, you know what I mean?
They
They didn't
fucking
call them nothing.
they still dragging Mike Vick for fighting damn dogs.
Yeah, and Mike Vick
And I
had to
mean,
change his entire persona to come back to get white people to embrace it. First, he had to cut off
right.
the braids, get that shit out of here. They cut that shit off. Then they put on a suit, cover up your tattoos. You know what I mean? Take out the grill, everything. They had to take
And
off
they
the
made him
do-rag.
take out the trash.
Yeah, he had
Garbage
to
night.
change everything to make them feel comfortable with him again. And Mac Vick is still paying the dues. This dude got released, I think, 48 hours after this shit happened. And
Right.
ESPN and them didn't talk about it till like 3 days after the fact. Now,
But
I know he ain't no star player, but still, like,
right. And the point that I'm making is that they care about fucking animals more than they care about black people, black women, like we are just another, I guess, asset of a sense to a lot of these corporations, and
pretty
that's why
much.
I always like I love football. It's a great sport to watch, but these motherfuckers, they are fucked in the head. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
You gotta also understand that they didn't consider black people to be human beings until like 100 some odd years ago.
That part too.
Yeah, you just been considered human a little over 100 some odd years ago.
Right. And you're only good to us if we can use you. If we can't use you, then you're
Like,
just
treat you
another
like fucking cattle.
Negro.
Yeah, treat you like cattle.
That
You
word
know
Negro
what I
sounds so gross. I don't care what nobody says.
mean?
If a white person refers to you as a Negro, that's like, I feel like that's beneath nigga, because I know what you're trying to say when you say nigger. Like, yeah, whatever. You're trying to push a button. You're probably not going to get the reaction. But if you
Hey,
say Negro, like, that just
yeah.
shows me that I'm not even allowed to sit here at this bar with you. My money and your money should not be in the same register.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what
at
I
this
get from
job
that.
one time, and this white guy, he didn't like this one black dude. I walked out the break room. I come back, they yelling and fussing. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Man, I'm listening to my music, and white boy Randy gonna tell me, boy, turn that jungle music down." I said, "Oh
Oh
shit!"
shit.
He used the style line from Duda right there. He said, "Turn down that jungle music, boy." I said,
Wow.
"Oh shit,
And he had a
jungle
boy on
music,
the end of it too.
boy, BOI."
Yeah, but see, that's where a lot of people. So me personally, like the word nigga, I know what you're trying to do, but when you use all of that other shit, like
Boy
colored
and
or Negro or
color.
boy, is like, all right,
The colored
that's a whole
boy.
nother level.
That
But
shit ain't, you know, they call, you do the history. I was looking at my grandmother's marriage license, and
mm,
where they has male, sex, female, and then it says race. That shit said colored.
Negro.
No,
Oh,
it just
oh,
said colored. But this is like 1950 something. I'm like, damn, they
oh
really
yeah.
was calling niggas colored. Like
Well, because
nowadays,
if you,
a woman to slap the shit out you, you call a colored woman.
yeah, because if you
Depending on how
go,
you say it,
you
especially.
can't. No, you can't say that.
Yeah,
Fuck out.
yeah. Look at
If
this colored
you,
woman. Yeah. Like what?
nigga,
Now I'm
you
saying
gonna
a
get this
non-black person call her that, especially it's gonna
right.
go down.
But even as a black person calling you colored, like how would that sound? Like, yo, here's my colored
Back
bro,
then,
Frankie
yeah, that was a
Diamonds.
step up from
Like,
nigga though. I think you gotta look at it like that. Back then, that's a step up from nigga. You went from nigga
it
to
isn't.
Negro to colored to
It's
African
still, it's
American.
all gross. It's all gross to me.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I'm a
is.
man at the end of the day. Like,
In
fuck that.
retrospect, but back then that was considered upscale. Like, oh shit, they called me
I
colored.
know, but this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like,
it's better than
'cause I
being
was
called a
saying,
nigga.
I was saying this on the other podcast I recorded earlier. I was basically saying how Trump is probably so racist that he doesn't call black people niggas. He calls them Negroes because
Negro,
that's where he is mentally. He's still at that time where it's like, you are
blacks,
Negroes,
the blacks.
the
I'd
blacks,
rather not. How
the
do you feel about that when they say the
Negroes.
blacks? The blacks, like they call like with some kind of animal, like with some kind of
I don't
species or
know.
some
Like
shit.
it all, yeah, it all bothers me. I'm not even gonna lie. At the end of the day, it all bothers me. And I like literally don't know how to necessarily react to it. I just know that if I hear Negro, I'm probably gonna fucking snap. So which one
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
Africans. A lot of Africans don't fuck with us, dog.
Oh hell no.
Really
Which is
don't. That's why I
crazy.
try to tell them. They be like, man, chop me off to Africa, drop me off to Wakanda right now, drop me off and bury. My uncle was like, oh, when I die, they're gonna bury my ashes in Liberia. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga, please. You know what I mean?
Oh, he
but
said bury
you
my
know,
ashes in Liberia. Nah, put
yeah,
my
status.
ashes.
I'm like, who doing that, nigga? You gonna probably be lucky niggas get you a pine box. Look, man.
I want my ashes
They
scattered
don't
over
fuck
the
with
fucking
us
beach
like that.
farm.
A lot of them don't. They just don't. Like culturally, this is just a disconnect. A lot of Africans
Right.
don't fuck with us. We fuck with everybody and embrace everyone. Everyone come to the cookout, but they don't really fuck with us
They
like
don't.
that.
Yeah, we're not invited anywhere. No bar mitzvahs. No fucking. No.
Oh, the Jews
No
ain't fucking
dinner
with us
parties.
either. That's
Like,
sell you chicken wings and French fries.
right. Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
It's head products. That's about it. People do business with black folks. That's the difference. They do business with us from a customer consumer, perspective.
Right.
You know,
Like
but that's
our
a lot
money
of
is good, but that's about it.
they want to live around us. They want to fucking
Yep.
hang with us. Yeah, that's it. We just want your money.
Yep, and that's it. And it's a sad thing, but this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in.
What you think is terrible? Trump calls us the blacks. I guess he does call us the
Oh
blacks.
man, like this. The blacks.
That's on camera. That's on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan's wife called us Afro Americans. Now that right there kind of hit.
He called us niggas. We knew. Listen, all those years.
Behind closed doors, though. She said it publicly on Twitter. She said Afro.
I don't care. Listen, when
Hope did it behind closed doors. A lot of them do that behind closed doors.
When he was a wrestler, when I was younger and I used to watch wrestling before I got into girls, I would see and he would go, brother, like the way he would just put the ER on the brother, it just something didn't sit right. And then like there's certain white people or white men I don't like to call me brother because I feel like that's some like weird Aryan Nation shit. Like that's how they refer to each other in the Aryan Nation, brothers and all of that. Like weird, like nah, don't call me brother. I ain't your brother. Oh yeah, that is. It's not even just African. It's all other different cultures that aren't.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But he said that in privacy of his own home, thinking no one was around. If you don't think a lot of
wasn't that on like his sex tape or something? That was on like a sex tape or something. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying, man.
You ever been to a concert and you've been at a hip hop concert and been around white people?
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Like I can't fight all these white people.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's a word. They paid $38 to see it like you. I can't hit him. I can't punch the guy.
But see, that's why the word doesn't really hold that much weight to me. Like if you're directing it at me a certain way, I know what you're trying to do. But when you say Negro, like calling me a Negro is like worse.
Saying it and calling me that is two different things.
And the way they say it too, it's not like they say Negro, they say Negroes. Like the white people, they stretch out that E just to let you know I got my knee on your neck, nigga.
Yeah. Damn, that's deep.
Word, man, stay woke. All right. Yes, they do look like they're fucking KKK members. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's certain people, and whatever, call me stereotyping, whatever you want to call it. Like, there's a certain white person that looks a certain way that I'm like, you better watch what you say to me, because I don't trust you. I'm sorry. And I don't know. Is that it? We talked about colorism.
That comes up, but everybody who's in the chat, man, appreciate that.
Word. We'll try to get on earlier next week. I definitely was doing some.
Came out. I'm not surprised, man. The body cams are fucking useless. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, listen. People are going to say what they're going to say.
In place, they was going to change everything. Oh, they got body cams now. That's my president, dude. We pulled it off. We gonna sit.
Listen, Obama caught all the damn slack, man. Only because, once again, he was a Negro. He's a Negro.
Before we get out of here, though, how do you think about all of these trannies getting all these every law in the world has been broken for transvestites in the last 2 weeks since
I'm not really thinking about it.
We've been surpassed by trannies now. America's a relay race, and we've been here the longest by force, and everyone's passed us. And all the immigrants are passing us if they haven't already. And now people who were born a certain way, who
the LGBTQ community. But the problem is, and this is why I'm not, like, I guess, surprised by it, is that the LGBTQ plus ABC squared community has everybody in it. So they have the whites in there that they need. They have the whites of power that they need, and then they have all of the other people or nationalities sprinkled in there so they can say that they represent everybody over everything. So like there's civil rights, human rights, and then there's LGBTQ rights. And that's what is wild to me. It's like they're not
Yeah.
even a whole nother race. That's just what they
They're being
identify
treated
as.
like a party. They're being treated like a political
Right.
party or a whole nother species of people
Nobody
just
called y'all
because
the
what they like to
rainbows.
do. Yeah, just because of what they like to do in the bed. I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm like, y'all are treating these people like their own. They're talking about giving out history courses now.
Yeah. And it's
LBGT history class, nigga.
rare.
Do you know
And
about Ellen?
oh
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ellen. Yeah, and so Ellen, I mean, she's broken barriers and she's also broken rules and human rights laws, and the fact that it wasn't really um talked about like I thought it should have been, like, because I'm sure that happens a lot in Hollywood in general. So I don't know, man. Me personally, I don't really think about it because I'm like, whatever. I saw it coming, like you
Yeah,
can't
then they
even.
put one in the Senate. They're giving them political positions now, mayor positions. You know, your mayor might be your tranny might end up being your mayor.
Oh,
Just throwing in a
like
scenario,
what?
they let him in the military. That was the first thing
Right.
Biden did. He let
Which,
trannies get in the military.
listen, I'm not mad at that, because if you willing to go out there and fight for me to be able to sit here and talk shit, then I don't care who the fuck you are. Go do it. It doesn't matter to
I
me
said,
because
let
I
me
ain't
go
doing that
start bleach of the Roman. uh,
shit.
Uh, hey, that's just wild. I mean, they call me childish or whatever. I'm just like, all right, so you and y'all in combat over there, and who God knows where overseas. Some man with the damn some fake titties and a wig is telling
It
you
doesn't
you're the
matter. That
man.
motherfucker got a gun, and if they got a gun and they can aim and shoot,
Man.
take
That
out the
body
fucking
knows what
terrorists.
I do.
You're willing to do a job I'm not willing to do. I can't argue with you on that. You know what I'm saying? That's like me talking shit to a garbage man. Like, no, you're willing to pick up trash and deal with rats and raccoons. Like,
Get out
I
there, yeah.
I can't talk to you about like what I'm not willing to do.
Mm,
Well,
yeah, I
yeah, we
mean,
know the Greeks, the
I have no
Romans,
problem with them. It's just you're treating them like extra
they're
special just
monolithic.
because of the
uh,
choice. You choose to
right.
have a
They're trying to
sexual
make them monolithic is basically
transformation.
what they're
Yeah,
trying to do.
yeah.
And
And I'm
that's
like,
not,
no,
that
don't
ain't right.
applaud them just because they chose to undo God's plan. You know, that's my whole problem. And then it's like I say, damn, everyone's surpassing black people still.
Right.
Everybody. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't get it, but I'm not here to try to get. I would think an LGBTQ person would probably not want to be used as like a monolithic
They don't. That's what I'm
figure.
saying. That's how you know money's involved because they know
Right.
you gotta be dumb to know you're not being used. And what's that
Right.
black dude they
Because
call him Billy? What you call it? He's always
Billy
wearing a
Porter.
dress. Billy Porter. Yeah, he knows he's being used, but he's getting the bag.
Yeah, exactly. And some people, listen, that's the fucked up part about America, man. Like, money
Yep.
corrupts everybody. And we will never probably understand like certain morals and shit that I'm just not going to do, because that's just who I am, whether personal, informal, all of that shit. Like, there's certain things that I'm not going to do because that just goes against my morals and
And
standards.
everyone's cool with it until, like I say, their daughter goes into the bed. You go to Burger King or something, whatever. You don't eat, some restaurant. Your daughter goes in the bathroom and there's a fucking transgender in there. Some big
Right.
dude named Butch who ain't had a procedure done with a fucking wig on. Do you feel comfortable? You know what I mean? Like we gotta have these honest conversations. Like
No.
everyone's okay with it until certain shit. Now, are you
But
gonna be
see,
cool with the babysitter being that?
well,
If
see,
the
that's different.
babysitter,
All right,
yeah,
now,
okay.
well, no, because here's the thing. No, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Like, let's look at it on a different scale. Like, because I feel like if you are a transgender person, I don't think that trans men who go into women's bathroom are going in there to sexually objectify
Yeah,
women.
but the
But there
possibility,
are, right. So you can have a dude
I would feel more
play
safe for
like,
my child.
right. You can have a dude act like he want to go in there on some old like I'm identifying as a woman, but he in there on some like weird creep shit. Like, that's where the gray area is. And
Mm-hmm.
a babysitter though, like, now that's some weird shit too, because a lot of sexual trauma that happens to a lot of kids usually start with family members and babysitters. And
Yeah.
ideally someone who's identifying of another gender. I don't know how it would feel with them babysitting. Like I don't know
Yeah,
how I
I
feel with
get that.
regular people around my kids.
Yeah,
So it doesn't
I
matter
can
who
feel
you are.
you. It's Dr. King. Yeah, Dr. King and them did die for that. Now you got girls twerking on Washington.
That
Black
was
Lives
foul.
Matter posters and shit.
That was
Yeah.
foul. And
That was
she
an
looked like
old
she didn't
video.
like
People trying to get it. It was an old video. I don't give a fuck. It's still they
it's
posted it, man.
trash. It's trash. It is trash. But moral of the story is I don't trust nobody with my kids. I don't care,
No,
man,
hell no.
woman, woman, man, woman. It doesn't matter. Like I just, even when I had to send, my kids to preschools and shit, like I didn't, because I know how preschools are. First of all, they're germ fest, so I don't expect nobody to be like keeping my kid clean. But I've always dealt with that. But what's the names are definitely sketchy. Goddamn
Oh yeah.
babysitters and shit. But is that it? We got anything else? Anybody said anything else we need
I'm
to
good. We must have
tackle
start
before we
sending
get out of here?
Yeah, we good, man. Everybody hit
Yes.
that thumbs up button. I was in here, man. Appreciate y'all checking out the live feed. Um, next time we'll go back to like the earlier
Yeah, we'll
time
try to get
slot.
on like noon because there's no football now, so we don't got that
Yeah,
slave restriction on us. They got the shackles on my man. They had my man shackled up mentally.
yeah.
1 o'clock,
My
he had
cousin's
to
in the
be
Super
off of the
Bowl,
Zoom
man.
so he could go watch the other man Zoom.
Yeah, my
Dig what
cousin's in the
I'm
Super
telling you?
Bowl, man. I gotta watch this shit.
That's your blood cousin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dope. Congratulations. I didn't know that. I really didn't. That's really dope. I do want to say that it's fucked up how this guy Tom Brady is a fucking machine because this motherfucker, this first time with the Bucks, they don't even know how to play as a full team yet, and he still made it to the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's because of the season being crappy or Tom Brady just being that elite of an athlete. Like, what the fuck? Like that shit blew my mind. I was like, there's no way. When's the last time the damn Bucks been to the Super Bowl? Or better yet,
2002, 2003, technically, yeah, 2003. I was 13 that year.
damn,
That's a
my
long
daughter
time.
was a year at that point. Yeah, so
Fuck.
yeah.
Damn, your daughter grown now.
Yeah,
But
she
yeah, we
about to
gonna
be
leave it on
19
that
this
note.
year. Yeah, we out of here.
Yeah. Y'all be easy,
Whatever.
man. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'm gonna leave
Oh,
the
you know
link up
what?
at the
Let me
end.
let me share this. Let me share this with you before we go. Because speaking of which, this was actually interesting. So my daughter and her boyfriend, they called me last night. Well, actually, she FaceTimed me because they had this discussion, right? And they wanted my opinion on it, which I thought, first of all, that was like already weird. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? So basically, they were saying, what if your significant other was carpooling with somebody to work of the opposite sex? Like, how would you feel about it? Now, they're young, so like I get it. I told them, like, listen, y'all just got to be honest with how you feel about it. But not for nothing, it was I guess a proud dad moment to where as though the kids are actually having these type of conversations about their feelings and emotions. And even though it was awkward for me to sit there and deal with it, I dealt with it and I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted to share that with everybody out there, especially, fellow parents. But if you don't have kids, this is something to look forward to if you ever decide you want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Powerful.
And
Yeah,
on that
that's
note,
fascinating.
well, it is what it is, man. Like it's reality, It's like it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Like she'll be 19
I
this
don't know
year.
if the average nigga girl gonna be okay with him carpooling with the finest girl at the job pulling up in the house
Probably,
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
but we're talking about a actual like at what age though? Because right now I'm like that shit
You're
wouldn't
talking
bother
like,
me.
let's
Like
say you like 35, nigga, and you married, and your car, let's say you and your girl, she don't got a car, you got a car, but your car in the shop. And you like, all right, well, Lisa gonna pick me up from work. She's like, Lisa? I'm like, yeah, Lisa. She's like, who is Lisa? Then she see her, and she's like, damn, this Lisa bitch look better than me. So
but see, then
the
that's the
Lisa girl picking you
insecurities and
up,
shit.
taking you, yeah,
Yeah,
carpool with the opposite sex. I mean, that's not gonna work.
it
It's
doesn't.
depending on
It
how
wouldn't
good
bother
Lisa
me.
is. That's one thing about women I know. Like, women don't mind you having female friends if they fat, ugly as hell, and 200 pounds overweight. It's when you got a homegirl that's bad. You got a homegirl that's
Yeah,
that's on a competitive landscape. They got to compete with. That's a threat. That's when they got a problem with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Your
you're
girl,
right.
your homegirl looks like Megan Good. Your girl ain't gonna have that. She ain't trying to have you hanging around her too much.
Right. Well,
She got to be
listen,
there for y'all to hang out.
these are conversations that people need to have, and maybe
Oh
next
yeah,
week we'll
yeah.
use that as our open discussion in case something crazy happens and we got to bring it up. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support.
Always.
Please hit that thumbs up button. Follow the actual podcast channel, Ghetto Correspondent News Network. We get some clips out this week. I just been so every time I say I'm gonna do something, fucking work just slaps me upside the head. But I'm gonna get on to it this week. I put everybody on pause. So I can get back to my creations and shit. Y'all follow me on Twitter at Damn It It's Ant. I have good conversation and yeah,
Always.
I think that's it.
All right, y'all be all right, baby. Be safe out there, man.
Word up. Peace. You enjoy your week, family.
Everybody, all right, y'all.
All right, peace.